the way that we talk to him is disrespectful. And sometimes the more that you give the black woman, the more that she expects you to give her. On chapter 6, that was communications. And to sum it up, it says that the black woman wants the black man to confide in her, right? She wants him to tell her everything, but yet she can't handle it when he tells her the truth.
So I don't think that Iyah is really getting it. I think that she is lost in the sauce. And the reason why I say that is because Natureboy is locked up. He has no physical control over what they are doing currently because he is locked up. So he can't be in their mind 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days out the year, because of the simple fact that the man is in jail.
Most of the times when he does express his ideas to her, she doesn't take it the right way, and she doesn't have a good perspective on it, which causes a lot of trouble. Most of the time when she's angry with him, she doesn't talk about it. She doesn't communicate about it. She actually holds grudges.
So she's reading a book and he's making her think that it's for the public, for content. It's not at all. It's to keep her programmed in her mind what Natureboy would say on a regular basis, stuff that he would, literature that he would read or have them recite or make them understand, to reprogram and brainwash them on a daily basis. So he's having them think that, oh, I need you to read these articles, I need you to read these books, and all these sort of things. I need you to do today's teaching on this. But it's not really to teach the public. He wants to just keep the people that are already reeled in to stay there.
And uses all of her, built up frustrations at one time. She yells, she screams, and that's how she communicates most of the time, in an immature way. But that's not how we're supposed to build a healthy relationships. The goal is to become one and to unite the black man, the black woman, and the black child. We are a nation.
Mentally, he wants them to stay stuck. And Iyah acts as though she's doing a justice when she's doing an injustice to herself, because the more she recites what he is telling her to recite to the public, which is not for us, she is going to be hanging around that barbershop and she's going to get another fade. She's going to get another lineup. She's going to get stucker than she already is over there in Carbonation, where she can't even go back to her family because she feels obligated to hold down her man.
So you have to be careful, because it is a raw necessity for the black man it's a raw necessity to never let your love for the black woman come before yourself, because it will be used against you. And it's not nothing against, because I'm a black woman myself, but it's just something that we have to be aware of, because the black man being number one and the black woman being number two is an absolute law of nature.
Even though her man did not hold her down when he was out, he disrespected these women any means necessary to big himself up. And they're not getting it. I don't know when they are going to get it. I really believe, and I'm going to continue to believe, that Zoca did leave. And if she did, I'm very proud of her. I hope that eventually it rubs off on, Iyah, Zoca. Iyah, Efru, and Malia, because they're really mentally damaging themselves. And I feel like mental abuse is worse than physical abuse. Physical abuse, you can heal from it. Mental abuse, once you go to the point of no return, sometimes people don't snap back from that. I think that they have had time to sit with themselves on a standpoint of Nature Boy's locked up. So he's physically not there in the flesh.
And I actually highlighted it in the book on chapter 6 so that you guys can see that we don't really make these things up. This is something that has been researched, studied, and proven. Every other race knows their place. Every other race knows that the black man is first and is the head of the nation, except for the black woman.
But in all actuality, all the time that Nature Boy gets to be able to make phone calls, he utilizes that time to be structured and what he's going to say on those phone calls and what he needs them to do each day in order for them not to forget him. Has nothing to do with the knowledge. It hasn't been about the knowledge in quite some time. It has to do with Nature Boy and Nature Boy only. Nature Boy right now has no one if these girls leave but Brandon Keys. And who's to say how long that will last right after the women leave, the last of the Mohegans. So you see, you have to understand that he has to do everything mentally possible to stay in their mental so they're not running off like the guys did first. Or they're not running off like Kendra did and Velvet did. When people get tired of being tired, they wake up, and I think that that's what he's afraid of. But what's so sad is you hear Iyah so adamant about what she's speaking to the public, and she thinks that she's being a service, but she's being a disservice to the community, because we all know, because we're not brainwashed or reprogrammed, that the only one that's being rocked to sleep right now is Iyah. The only one that's being manipulated is Iyah as she speaks. And it's really sad that she doesn't see, this for what it is. I think that she feels as though, and this is my opinion, that yeah, he did mistreat us and we did go through X, Y, and Z with him, but he's a changed man now. It took something bad to happen for him to realize it. But I really believe that what we all came over here for, which was the knowledge, and to be better people and be in the woke conscious community, I think that now going forth we can do that, and he's not going to be the same way that he was when he gets out, because this is what he initially was teaching us, not knowing, again, his heart's not into the knowledge. So how can he have you speaking the knowledge to a large community and expecting us to take what you're saying seriously when you guys are not living by the knowledge? It doesn't make any sense at all. And I don't understand how this is, and I don't understand why this is resonating with Iyah. I really believe that she's been around alongside with the other two, 𝗪𝗛 and Malia. She's been around Nature Boy, and she has started to believe that there's no plan B. So, hopefully things work out and she starts to get tired and moves on. But I don't know. It's just, I would have thought that they would have left by now, but it just seems like they're just holding on. And it really now to me doesn't seem like they're trying to leave at all. Maybe they don't think that there's a plan B, and the only situation that they have to live out for the rest of humanity is to ride for Nature Boy.